in a couple of times, and that did happen. So we'll see if that ends up being an issue this time.
That we will. But it's time to get things underway. It's time to hop on into the server. It's time to get things going. We're starting off with a little Inferno, a little trip to Italy. Little vino, little light music. What else do you need? Away we go. Legacy starting on the attacking half. Liquid ready to receive them.
Yeah, and that is the difference, right? Because Legacy started CT side yesterday because it was Liquid's pick, but it's reverse now. Yakindar waiting at top of Banana, not charging down. He's going to hold the angle as Legacy have all 5 players here. I mean, he's going to need the reinforcements. They aren't far back. Naf will be joining him very shortly as Legacy have a decent chunk of utility to execute onto this site. Shots being fired here. Yakindar, is he going to get one? No, he gets nothing at all. Finally does connect right before dropping almost simultaneously. In fact, it's 4v3 in favor of Legacy, and Liquid are scrambling to get back onto this site.
That's a nice one, too, because they still have a smoke. So that re-smoke's going to come in. That's going to stall things out further. Really tough for Liquid to get through this. They do have a flashbang, so you could eat through the... They're not doing it. Oh, they don't fancy it. They don't fancy it at all. No kit, no util. Very conservative play call. To back right out of there. But back out of there they will. They have been uber conservative on some of these, haven't they?
They have, and I think that's way too conservative. It is pistol round. A man advantage doesn't really mean that much, and they do have a flashbang. They could have tossed forward and tried to go for a couple of quick headshots. Easily could have turned this one around. Maybe the body armor on Ultimate and JKS, you say, okay, we want to save that, but it's not like this was a 5v2. I mean, there were 3 players alive, only 4 on Legacy. That's, again, like we saw yesterday for them, exceptionally conservative, specifically here on Inferno. So we'll see if that trend continues forward, but at the very least, they don't have to invest in the body armor again, so there is a positive that we can take away from that. JKS waiting with the MP9 at top mid. Ultimate over on rooftop at porch. What's that Molotov? That'll force the boiler player back a little bit. This makes things a little bit more difficult, perhaps. No, JKS connects on the shot against Barton and does damage to Nikis. They're going to fall back completely for the time being, our Legacy, and reset themselves.
It's almost rhythmic, the Galil spam. He'll beat out a solo here. But they are going to redouble their efforts over towards B. Dumau, tip the spear. Holding on to the presence here. Flashbang for a check, and Dumau is gone. That's unfortunate timing for Legacy. If they want to continue to try and press this issue, Liquid are trying to anticipate a rotation with the smoke down. It should be fine. There's utility to go through this. That is the last piece for the Liquid side. So they got to get it done with the guns, and they're trying to gamble. Oh, boy. I think Twist did this full volume as well. They're trying to gamble to compensate for the SMGs, and in doing so, ooh, they're going to give up a premium opportunity. Got an upgrade to a rifle.
Okay, this could work out still.
Any sort of stall out. There's a flank coming up Banana. But Legacy could get a bomb plant going in last. Oh, Yakindar does some serious damage. Now that bomb has to be recovered. And in doing, they are so exposed, and JKS can punish.
All right, well, that all worked out because Liquid were figuring, okay, if they're not on the A side, we're just going to completely push down mid and then get in on a flank, which is exactly what happens. I just don't know if it had to be 4 players. I agree with your point, Mike. Yes, it is SMGs, but I think the greatest thing that happened in the initial two engagements is that they didn't take any damage at all. They got those 2 frags without anything being recorded on their side in terms of damage, which was excellent. Even though you still only have the SMGs, it means that you can absorb that Galil damage a lot better and come out mostly on top in terms of trade, which is exactly what happens on the tail end of that. JKS could be at risk here, and he absolutely is. Nikis just charges through that smoke around mid. Ultimate gets the trade, and Twist was spamming through as well, but they're going to keep pushing up. And Lato, he has finally run through here, trying to get his team on the board for a second time.
Nade is chip damage, but it certainly can't deny the bomb plant. They have cleared out the lurk, though, so even numbers. Weaponry advantage, and now the numbers on their side. Twist finds one, getting over the cart. Oh, wow.
What is that?
What a shot from Dumao. Thought his patience was going to be rewarded over for Twist, but no, it's anything but. Still out of the apps comes one. Dumao solo. Next bullet wins it, and it's Naf to find the target. Time enough for the defuse. Just barely. But he'll get on it.
It's a full 10 seconds, but he's good.
He's good. And Liquid stay to their winning ways.
Wow, yeah, good on Liquid with the trades coming through. Although Legacy, it felt like for a moment they'd be able to find that force buy round victory at the end. Just damage done by the MP9 player coming out of apartment. So much of it that it makes it an easy clutch for NAF in the 1v1. And then the defusal will come through. So, again, scary moments for Liquid, but it all works out. They get themselves a second round. And Legacy on the other side are stuck with the pistols only this time. 2 Glocks, 3 Deagles, and no utility available to them at all. Twist going to throw this flashbang. I think Legacy, surprisingly, going a little bit faster than their usual play in the keys. Well, if you're going to hit shots like that, you can go right on up towards that B site. Naf's going to slow him down a little bit with that incendiary, but it will quickly burn away. And I think that he wants to try and poke his head around, perhaps get another one here as the rest of his team are rotating into A. Look at that movement Sensine tried to pull off. It doesn't work, but Dumao is able to get one on back to make it even numbers of 3v3.
These guys are absolute experts at the pistol slide. We're watching the donk demos. Oh, boy. Speaking of the pistols, oh, my goodness, Ultimate. Looked to be in big trouble there, but he'll carve his own way out of it. I think he's trying to gain the space, but I don't think he's anticipating Naf into the angle, and yeah, without armor, he is melted quickly.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, a nice effort from Legacy, but Liquid heads up play, especially by Ultimate, to pull out that pistol and say, well, this is going to have to do the job because the op certainly won't. And he manages to get a couple of them and wrap up a 3K in the round. So he continues his hot form, carrying over from Mirage when they played over against the Fluffy Aimers. And we go into round number 5. AKs for Legacy. This is their chance to strike back. 3 players heading down Banana, which they have used quite consistently against Liquid yesterday. Yakindar, oh my goodness, he's getting lit up by Molotov's bullets, everything. And now he's down to dirt. Nade gonna connect onto Nikis. Naf by his lonesome for now, calling for reinforcements, and Twist will be by his side very shortly. Pretty sure Legacy aren't necessarily gonna commit just yet. The bomb is all the way at the bottom of Banana. They have a lure going to the apartment. Ooh, Ultimate misses a very big shot there.
Yes, can't get the catch. Now they're into big trouble on A. It all falls to Ultimate. He's going to peek down straight into the crosshair of Lato. Can't get anything done. This one's over. Bomb can waltz on in and be planted on A. Liquid just going to have to try and save what little they've got. And with Dumao sticking around, imagine he might give this a look on the hunt. Where's the money going to be at here? It might be workable if they save both these guns.
Yeah, if they can keep both the rifles up, they should be okay. I believe it's a minimum loss bonus of 1,400, though, so Yakindar and JKS will need drops. Naf and Twist can deliver those, and then Ultimate can buy for himself. So, yeah, it should be 4 rifles, maybe even 5, and a decent amount of utility, not the full util though. So yeah, they can certainly justify if they save the guns. That's a big if, because Legacy's going to put the pressure on. 3 players charging into this bomb site. They know how important these rifles are for Liquid. They've completely abandoned the site except for 1 player as 4 move in. Incendiary on the ground as Liquid are trying to hold on to the space. Nade lands at Twist's feet, but the guns are indeed saved. And as you can see, Naf and Twist, they can drop a couple of guns, and then Ultimate can buy for himself, as mentioned. So it is perfectly fine. We'll see if that in fact will be the case, because obviously the util has to be healthy as well. And we end up with, looks like 3 rifles. Interesting. They decide to go more heavy on the util instead of the guns. And Naf could have dropped something a little better.
Could have done. But he won't. stick to what they got. And I mean, the SMG is good for this kind of a play, which is exactly what the game plan is. Sadzin traded out. And thank you. I will use that A1S. Twist out. Obviously, if you're Liquid, you'd rather have not lost NAF in the process, but I think that's an exchange they're going to be okay with.
No presence on B right now for Liquid, Mike. Everyone leaning into the A site, a gamble stack coming through, which is surprising because it's not just SMGs this time. You got 3 A1Ss and the MP9.
Well,
Could certainly lean back to B, but instead it would be I guess it would be a save if they don't get this next frag. But
I thought they'd cut Cadian, but still going for some heroic-esque stacks, it seems. Mikey back on the line. Smoke up. They know there's a player in the sewer tunnel. And he is going to get caught. So there's the cleanup. JKS has got that. An upgrade as well. So a man advantage. It might take a little while for JKS to get implicated in this. But they've actually got some utility to go for this retake.
Yeah, more than Legacy. A lot more. Legacy's only got a flashbang. Couple of them, I believe. No, it's just one. It was drop for Dumao. Oh, 3 players waiting at coffins. Who expects that?
Yeah. How would you expect them to have all fought forward? The thing is, there's a Molly. Molly just gets dropped coffins. This could get real weird. A dink through the smoke, through the box. Okay, hold on. Here comes the stick. Can you find the bomb? Where's the bomb? I can't find the bomb. They can't either. No defuse coming for Liquid. It's not happening.
That was a weird one, the way that played out. But Legacy do pull off the round victory, despite the fact that they did have a 3v4 disadvantage in the post plant, and even the utility disadvantage, like I was saying. I mean, Liquid had some flashbangs, smokes, Molotov even, to toss forward, and Legacy were just able to hang on with that lone flashbang. And I mean, 3 players coffins, it's risky because obviously if the players pincer in on you from both sides, you're in a lot of trouble, but they hang on to it and catch one player completely off guard, because it's very rare that you'll find 3 players huddled into that position like that. Liquid call a timeout, talk things over. It's already expired. They've decided to go for an eco round here, are not going to fully invest, even though they could have potentially justified a force buy, but no, not really. We are tied 3-3. Sadzin not running the op at all here so far on this T side. Had the opportunity to purchase it here, but chose not to. Oh, ultimate. Likes that Zeus. Waiting around the half wall.
Oh, I believe there's the chase.
Oh,
in the smoke. Oh, I don't know about this one, Chief.
no, this is too far. It's a step too far.
I don't know about this one. Ooh. Gets away with it. Gets back. Thinks better of it. I respect the gumption. Oh, there's the check. He's been seen. The trap is laid. Come on, Dumao. Oh, he's going. He's going. We're getting the Zeus. We're getting the Zeus. No, Dumao's got the kill. Patient as ever. Still, though, take all the team back, because this is a stack over here, I think. Going to 1. There's the kill. Gun can be picked up, but there's a whole lot of bodies here. JKS continuing forward, actually distracts beautifully from twists. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bomb will be in question. There's the kill. Down to the clutch. No armor for NAF, but he can cook here. Mouse backing away. Now he knows. I was going to say, did he hear a footstep? But certainly that's confirmation. Can't deny the bomb plant, certainly, but has his choice of angles of approach on this one. He'll opt to go up banana. And this is such a massive opportunity. Obviously, a nightmarish one to try and bring through. No armor, no kit, no nades of any sort, but one well-placed AK bullet, and this one's over. Dumao playing a bit of an off angle. Oh, but it doesn't matter! NAF is way too quick on that trigger! The clutch will come through. It's pistols, and pistols only, to see Liquid to find 4.
And this is just, again, phenomenal news for Liquid. Winning a round like this, it happened up against the Fluffy Aimers, and that's what just catapulted them forward and gave them a ton of confidence. That's another confidence builder for them. The pistols pan out. You know, just a lot of pressure put onto Legacy because they walked in towards that stack, and two players in Boiler. One capitalizes on the frag, picks up the AK, running on through, manages to get a follow-up as well, and then, of course, the trades are just consistently happening for Liquid towards the tail end until Naf pops off with another fantastic individual play. So Liquid are back into the lead. Legacy still have enough cash to buy up into this round, but that nade is going to hurt immensely. Kindar's trapped, probably dead. Yes, he is, but information gained at the very least that the players are charging forward. Ultimate eating the nade. And this is getting a little bit hairy for Liquid, but also Legacy, because you're looking at the health bars there. It is not too great. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble, even though they have that advantage.
Yes. He's taking the molly. He's got two. A third. Oh, taken down by the balcony player, but that was a little too late for Bart. Lets his teammates out to dry or burn, as the case may be. Enough said, Z. On fire.
Wow.
And not in the way he'd like.
It's exactly what I was mentioning. You know, all that damage that was done was capitalized upon by JKS. He found all three of the low players almost simultaneously, and then the last two were just ripe for the picking as Liquid closed the door in front of Legacy at that bomb site. No bomb plant either, so they can't build up a little bit of extra cash, and now they're stuck on pistols only. What a difference a day can make for Liquid on this map. Ultimate, waiting with the AWP, peering around, misses the shot, but spots the player. Does he know one's coming up close? Might have heard them. Nade's gonna get tossed. Does have JKS not too far behind, and Twist also supporting, protecting their Opper.
A little boost into the bedroom. Ooh. Yeah. Could have gotten bad. Could have gotten weird. That's not to be. Comfortable for the moment. Last player's position known. They'll run him down. Ultimate, never one to be shy. It'll be JKS who finds the ultimate kill.
Pretty standard affair there for Liquid on the anti-eco, as they deal with it very handily. Legacy back onto the rifles here. Still no op in sight for Sadzine, and I'd be surprised if we see it at this point, because they haven't really been able to build up the economy that well, and there's only 3 rounds left in this half. But on the other side, Ultimate has actually been pretty quiet, only 4 frags. It's JKS who's either finding the openers or finishing off the job that his team starts. In terms of damage, Nikis goes down to 16 HP, got legged by Ultimate, who can't finish his food. He has to fall back because a lot of fire was coming his way as well. I guess you're kind of scrambling here. Looks like they want to readjust towards Banana, but that might not be the best of ideas, because look where Yakindar is. He's pushed all the way to the bottom of it. I don't know if they're going to clear this. They have to. They don't. Yakindar gets one. Twist supporting for a second. Sadzine managed to get a response. Yakindar around the corner. Oh man, I thought he was going to get that one, but I'm not sure if it's going to matter, because the smoke goes up, and that's actually not that favorable for Legacy. They smoke themselves off of Banana just to stay alive.
That was a CT smoke, I think.
Oh, was it?
I believe so. I think that was tossed out by now to give Yakindar a little bit of cover. If I'm not mistaken.
I saw the T color of the smoke, so maybe he just picked one up from a previous round.
They do have that bomb control, though. Good to see. Now there's the isolating smoke. They didn't realize it stuck around! So talk about maximizing your angle. Talks about maximizing your spot. Just an MP9. And a whole lot of fragging.
Time's running out for Legacy here.
You're absolutely right. 25 seconds. Another smoke up. I mean, it's flashbangs to go through, but they're going to go into the AWP of Ultimate. Molotov down. This should do it. They have to brave the molly. Oh, he's burning. He's burning. Pool player cleaned up. There's just nothing doing. had no choice, had to try and brave the flames, but the fire's unforgiving.
And so is the economy for Legacy. I mean, Sadzine, the only one in a position to really buy up in this round. He's not going to because I'm assuming he wants to get the AWP in the final round. Or maybe not now because he's got the Tech 9 and 3 pieces of util, so a bit of a half buy coming through. The armor as well for Legacy. They're hoping to have some eco success of their own. Liquid denied them previously, and oh, the Ultimate keeps getting these leg shots here. Can't find the killing shot. But it's not really mattering at all in terms of looking past JKS. In the meantime, continues to farm the frags. There's two finally traded out, and now there's some pressure on. Look at this, 3 in a row for Legacy. Naf, though, to the rescue with 2. Sadzine, the last one standing.
Man, Legacy are still making these rounds so close, but Liquid hanging on. What you got, Sadzine? Haven't had a massive round yet, and this isn't going to be the one. Naf bailing them out in a hairy spot of play. It's 8 rounds secured for Liquid, and this is already looking so much better than the last go-around.
Yeah, and Naf in particular is sharp today, and he was against the Fluffy Hammers. We already talked about the 25 frag performance, and I mean, you look at the scoreboard here and saying, oh, JKS is doing a lot of the work. Yes, he's getting a lot of the engagements, and he's delivering frags, but Naf has had individual efforts that have made a difference here, and of course, in particular, that previous round, just shutting the door on 3 players and bringing it right back into control before things could get a little too hairy for Liquid to recover from. So Naf, as we talked about in the pregame, showing that he can continue to help Liquid on the path to qualifying.
Right.
JKS, nice opener.
I mean, it was a great game plan. Flashbang, get Barton out. JKS just crosshair in the right position. All about the details sometimes. Up on the angle. Not quite going to land the shot. But behind him, JKS does collect for more. Nate the chase. Awkward bounce. Twist's gone. Ultimate could be in trouble, but he still has Yukindar for support. Ultimate out of play. Do they expect this last player here? Do they know about Yukindar? I don't think they do. I don't think they have any idea. Ooh, they've given him the slip accidentally. And yeah, that's exactly what I meant. They had lost total track of him. And eventually Dumao gets collected. It's alternate keys. What kind of clutch do you have for us, Captain? Oh, he's been spotted out and knocked on down. Naf continues his run, and we will be heading to the half. We are back here into the second half. Legacy v Liquid. And Legacy on their own map pick very much on the back foot. They were lured into the trap based on how well it went last time. There's a reason Liquid thought they wanted to pick it last time around, and Legacy are maybe finding that out today.
We'll see if Legacy can come through and take this pistol round, which they were really good on yesterday up against Liquid. Managing to find a lot of the pistols, which was the opposite case for Liquid against the fluffy aimers. All right, here, NAF, 4 pieces of util ultimate to smoke. A lot of time left. As Liquid are leaning in towards the B site, but 3 bodies wait to greet them on the other side, including the dualies of Dumao up close, which is where those are most lethal.
Dumao getting a little bit fortunate there. Or rather, I suppose it was Nikis who got fortunate that Dumao was on hand. But either way, here comes the wrap in towards A. Deep position in towards CT, but they're ready for this. Twist connects on the 1. And a clean up on the players on site. They can't deal with Twists. Sadzine has so much to do, but he can't seal the deal. Bomb's going to be planted. It's Lato without armor to contend against 2 wounded Canadians.
This is going to be a tough one, Mike. I don't know. Lato going to try his best, but without the armor, those Glock bullets are so much more damaging, especially on the body shots. That's not where Liquid's going to be aiming, of course. They want the gush. They want that headshot to come through. He's trying to clear all the corners. No kit at all, so he's going to have to stick this eventually, and I think he's already out of time, really, yeah. There's no way he gets both frags here and defuses it. Nope, NAF, headshot. That'll do it. 10-3 for Liquid, and Mike, I like the way Liquid set that one up. They send one player charging out to the B site, try to make it look like Liquid are executing themselves towards B, and really, it doesn't matter if that player gets a frag or not. The important part is they're keeping bodies on B, while the actual execute comes around the other way, and it's perfect.
The interesting thing as well is, I think, if I recall correctly, Twist did the exact same maneuver on the pistol round yesterday in towards CT. So you could kind of tell they were expecting it. They were kind of ready for it. It didn't actually matter. You can know where somebody is. You can expect where somebody's going to be. Still got to hit the shot.
Yep.
Seems like this is going to come towards the A site once more. There is a player up in the balcony. That's Dumao. Lato close at hand with him as well.
Still a lot of time left here for Liquid, but they want to go fast. And great flashbang thrown by Dumao, supporting Lato, who's going to come around again with another flash, but Liquid managed to bail off of it. Another repeat coming through. Lato takes a little bit of damage, so he's going to fall back. Ikennar, a bit of a risk here, but a good flashbang thrown for himself to find Barton. Then he dips back out towards Banana.
What a madman. He self-flashes through the smoke, clears the flower pots player. I mean, this guy is kind of unhinged. It's a delightful brand of Counter-Strike to watch, but it is, at times, just a bit unhinged.
Yeah, it's nice.
Smoke for the pots. He is looking to test it. That might distract from Sadzine. That's basically the hope. But it is just Yeki. And he's giving him the slip on through. They should know to expect it, and they do indeed. But that kill hides the fact that it's coming towards A. And now with the bomb getting planted, 2 players out of position. No kit. No util. Do they fancy their chances?
I would say no. They're still going to try, Mike, and NAF gets the delete shot onto Sadzine. He's the last one standing, and now he's looking to back out, of course, given the circumstances have changed dramatically, and maybe gets one on the tail end. No, NAF around the corner, survives with 6 HP. Okay, nice shot from Nikis. Grabs another MAC-10 to get a full magazine, but that won't matter either. Twist finds the killing blow. 11-3 for Liquid, and the money is not great for Legacy.
I just chewing through him on this one. just rolling on through. You got 2 players over 100 ADR for the Liquid camp. NAF 13-3, and JKS sitting on 19 kills. The Aussie is having an awesome go of it. 2 more needed. This one, I'd say it's a formality, but Liquid have had struggles at times against these lesser buys, so don't count it out. Early damage good, but look at this stack. The stack towards B, it could be rough. Like he finds the first, and they're quickly dismantling any stack whatsoever. I like the Zeus attempt.
Yeah.
But it will not land.
Oh.
Okay, the deep shot,
Maybe?
though.
Oh.
Looking kind of nice there. No Coyotas, but just the one.
So I was talking about how Liquid built up confidence, Mike, with that eco round victory. Yeah, it's a little more than that. It's a landslide. 8 rounds in a row for Liquid since they got that round victory. That is absolutely wild for them. It was 3-3 at one point. It's crazy how Legacy have been silenced completely. And now their last chance. They've got the off in play for Sadzine, who hasn't had a chance to use it very often, but now would be a good time for him to ring true. Ultimate, along with Yekindar, moving their way towards that B site. And now, Yekindar's in a tough spot, but, well, he does like pushing up, and he's pretty comfortable in these types of situations. Legacy dumping the util, and look at the util. Speaking of which, Mike, only, 6 pieces left for Legacy, and there's still 1:25 on the clock. Okay, a couple were left behind, so didn't realize that. Dumao picks it up. They got the smoke and the incendiary picked up off the ground. And now it's looking a little bit better.
Yeah, it's not atrocious. Still, this is such a cheeky angle from Nikki's. Who plays here? Who plays here?
No one.
You never expect it. That's such a nice little off angle. A cheeky spot. He is traded. As Naf plucks him with a long-range Tech 9 kill. Put a scope on that thing. And look at how much focus he's maintaining here. 2 players in, and even a third rotated in to make sure the arch trap doesn't come through. That means that virtually it's just up to Lato. And Lato may be more than enough. Oh my goodness. He's done it all. Dumao chimed in for the last. The bomb's now down. And Naf is completely disconnected from his team. And frankly, Naf needs to die. Yeah. Which Barton will oblige.
I'd rather get the loss bonus in that situation, and he absolutely will. 4th round found, so the round win streak finally ended here for Liquid. Man, oh man. Legacy still need a lot more, and I mean, Liquid decide to force up here. Can't blame them at all. 2 AKs, the AWP, and a couple of MAC-10s, so settling for those SMGs, not a big deal. They like to go fast, so let's see if they ratchet up the pace here with Naf and Twist leading the charge. In fact, it's ultimate at the tip of the spear. Why with the op? I mean, yeah, you can get a lot of openers, but still, he gets naded down to about half health. And walking into this crossfire could be lethal for him. Now the Rifler looking to throw a smoke and support. Good flashbang tossed by Legacy to force them back a little bit. And Barton dealing with a bit of lead on his side. None of it connecting. Very heavy lean for Liquid towards A. Still have a full minute on the clock to work with, but Barton might be the first point of contact here.
They would love a flashbang for a Halls pop.
Yeah.
They would love a flashbang.
They don't have it.
They don't have any. The Halls will go unpopped.
Why are there no collisions on that light?
What is a Halls pop without a pop? A Halls. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna come on out. Out short. Out Halls. Sadzin strikes first. JKS though gets some action going. He's got the second as well. He's got it all.
Wow.
Justin Savage cleans up the site. Living up to his name, and Ultimate may have just ended this Dumao, one man against the world. We'll give him the first. That bomb's now taking away. He does have a kit. Doesn't have a smoke. And JKS is on the move. Looking for his 4th kill, and he will find it. 23 on the map. Absolute monster performance for JKS.
Yeah, I think JKS was ridiculous. I mean, I answered the call multiple times, multiple 3Ks coming through. I think he was phenomenal. NAF as well had some individual.
What do you think we're gonna get? Because we have seen a fair chunk of Liquid across the last 2 iterations of this roster. They've played it 5 times in the last 3 months as well with a lot of success. But I'm not sure I know as much about Legacy's Anubis, despite the fact they seem to play a lot of it.
It's kind of up and down, Mike, honestly. They can't seem to find consistency on the map. They found success in terms of regional competition and North American. I say regional in terms of Brazilian, like Pain. I think they lost to Pain twice, but they did beat Solid on it. And then in ECL or against ECL level competition, defeated Mythic and Lag, lost to Boss. So it's kind of a mixed bag for Legacy. It's a great pick from Liquid. And we're already into the pistol round here. First 2 frags ringing true. Even numbers 4v4.
Oh, that's the bomb.
Oh, no.
That's the bomb. It's just ultimate dueling with a lot, and he might get flanked out here, actually. He will, indeed. Anticipates it, gets the kill. Body shots and all. Oh, boy. He's done a ton of damage. Sets up his teammates potentially for this pinch. At least allows Nap to get into the angle, get ready for the fight. They're getting contained. Get that kill back onto Twist. Do they leave? They leave? They're going to leave? Why not? Kindar was getting in position for the flank instead. Well, he was going to try and drop the bomb, but they anticipate. What a turn of events this has been. All that work to contain from Ultimate, but can keep the kills going. Naf doesn't know where we're going. Naf's not ready. Thought they might have doubled back. Now he's going to realize. Whoa. Whoa.
Is there a kit down somewhere?
I mean, at this point, he's saving, presumably. Is there a kid?
I mean,
T-steps? He's going around the world. Naf is covering off every possible... I mean, it's a save. It's a save.
Yeah, it is. Just keeping the armor and the dualies into the next round. Great job from Legacy to recover in a round where it felt like things were kind of leaning Liquid's way. And you see, one of those reasons is Barton with that 2K that he found. And then they just keep NAF guessing, right? Takes them long enough to get that bomb planted that NAF goes back and forth at least twice. Finally decides on B, which is the wrong choice. And at that point, he just ends up going for the save. It would have been a decent shot at an attempted clutch in the 1v2 for him because he has the dualies, 30 bullets available, and both players were low on health. But, because he guesses wrong, he just has to go for the save, and we'll have to be left wondering what could have been. Here we go, though. Round number 2, and Liquid, they're going to force up around the save dualies. Naf, in fact, already gets himself to the MP9. 3 MP9s, the 5.7, and the CZ available to Liquid. Yakindar loves running that CZ, and he's actually impressed us quite a bit with it. Times we've seen him running it. Dumao spamming through that smoke, and Legacy just wanted to poke around to see what was there at the B site, and I think they got their answer. They're falling back.
Mid's wide open for the taking. Although, Naf may be coming back to address that. Not really going to have the gun for this engagement, though, if they peek back to the door. Ooh, there's the spot. Well, this skirmish, at least for the moment, will be won by Legacy. No real damage, just space gained. And it seems like they're going to focus their efforts in towards B. Liquid are reading this, though.
Oh, Yakindar. Oh, he could catch Barton with util in his hands. There's the Molotov. No, he doesn't push up, so the Molotov forces him back. And now Legacy potentially bottling Liquid up here in towards this side. But no, Yakindar takes the first fight. Nikis finds the trade, but Yakindar ringing true with that CZ once more. 2 frags for him. He picks up the AK, gets himself a third. He's on for potentially the ace if he lines up these frags. No ace, but a 4K comes through as JKS gets the straggler. 1-1, the pistol force buy. And in fact, SMGs as well works out for Liquid.
Absolute bullet economy on that CZ. Getting the second kill, I think he needed the final bullet in the magazine.
Yeah.
had to be done, right? Obviously, he goes for the reload. It takes ages. He's a dead man. But makes it happen, picks up that AK. It's a beautiful effect. Massive play from Yekindar. So Legacy going to be feeling the burn of that one. Tech 9s, though, a chance to regain. A much better chance if that happens. Flashbang through. It's a disaster. Naf gets nothing. They're getting completely blanked out of this. Not a kill to go back the other way. And that is the regain from Legacy. Utter domination on the takes. Just a pacier play, completely unexpected from Liquid. And those pistols ring true. Barton, 3 kills and an AK well earned.
I mean, look, Legacy, as we've talked about many times, typically a slower team on that T side, which, I mean, on a map like Anubis, it is a great opportunity to ratchet up that pace because it can be very T side and you get to those bomb sites extremely rapidly. And right there, I mean, one, they get the opener, and then afterwards, sort of that flashbang a lot sooner than the Kindar expected it. He was completely blinded, and then I think it might have been Naf, but either way, damage was done, but no frags to speak of, and that was the biggest problem. And then the last player left on the site was so isolated, and there was still util that Legacy was throwing his way that they could never recover, and Liquid decide to save the guns over. But the Force buy wars are not over yet, Mike, and in fact, Liquid still have a very good buy that they can afford themselves. 2 MP9s, 2 M4s, and the AK, along with a lot of util, almost a full util for every player except Yekindar, who's a little light. But this is going to be another brawl.
Seems to be the case. What do Liquid try and do? Let's get an opener here. It's Ultimate right on the corner here in towards mid. He's not got a lot of support. Twist behind him, maybe to chuck utility for the flash, for the peek. No, they were ready for it. They were waiting for exactly that play. Set up for the aggression, and they will punish. So, one of the big guns down off rip. It's aggression outside of A main. Oh, player up by carpet. Spot! JKS is able to handle him. It's a bit of movement on that slide. There's no one on B is the problem, though, John. And so the bomb is almost certainly about to get planted.
I don't know, Yekindar, there's a gap in the smoke here, so he could take advantage of that, and he absolutely will not. Oh, I thought he had it. Sedzine also gets Naf. Twist tries to come on the flank, but a Molotov greets him as soon as he turns around that corner. And look at Lato and Sedzine. They're so low, 26 and 16 HP respectively, but Liquid doesn't have that confirmed damage, so they are just going to go for the eco. The Forest Buy War's probably over.
Yekindar spray just caught the edge of the doorway. Just enough to take some pepper off of it.
Wow. I thought he had that one.
He thought he did too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the problem. Legacy going to be grateful for that brickwork. Because if that first kill goes, could have gotten out of hand real quick.
Alrighty. Well, Legacy off to a pretty decent start. This map is typically T-sided. We have to keep that in mind. And Liquid, yeah, they're not going to invest around those 2 rifles. Let's see how they deploy them, though, because it only takes one nice little play to make a difference, and then upgrades will be available for their teammates. Twists going to go towards mid. JKS at A. Okay, so they split up the rifles. Good idea. Get some more firepower spread out across the board. And it looks like JKS actually wants to push his way in towards canals. That could be interesting. But he decides against it and pulls back towards the A site. In the meantime, there is a bit of aggression into mid.
Ooh. Goodbye, Naf. Just a pistol in his hands. No great loss, but chance of this being a contested round slipping by the wayside. Ultimate has his trusty Zeus. Can't wait to see where the exit's going to set up. Does he get it? Does he get it? Ah! He definitely will pull the trigger. It's not a Zeus kill, but it is a kill. The rifle's now lost. Twist under pressure. They'd like to get their hands on that second gun. Kindar looking to do so. And now the lone survivor. He does get the one. But holding on to it, not going to happen.
All right, well, Legacy 4-1. Now Liquid will be able to reinvest in this round. I think they have to be a little careful as to what they buy, especially JKS, because, yeah, timeout's going to need to be called because they need to make sure that util comes through. Ultimate and NAF will have enough money. Yakindar as well. They're okay. Yeah, they're perfectly fine. I just want to talk over how they want to deploy the defense here. Legacy have been exploiting the gaps in it repeatedly. And CT side is not the easiest here on Anubis. Util is of the essence. .136 or 137 on the clock here, and the Molotov's going to sail on forward towards Akindar. Nade as well to try and chase him away. He's already been chased away, though, unbeknownst to, I believe it's Barton over there. NAF and Ultimate. Bit of a boost over here. Kind of cheeky if a player comes through into B main, but as it stands, Legacy are kind of just playing defaults, waiting for pushes to come through. Looks like a poke and a prod might materialize for Dumao in towards Alpha site.
If they go mid first, they're going to have a really powerful pinch here. You can see Ultimate's been pulled off to try and deal with this, but that was going to be a little awkward if he doesn't have a flashback in. Might be setting up for the double swing. What's he got? One traded. It's very awkward. Spots that there's more presence there. I don't think he saw the bomb. But either way, these A players are in for some challenges. Twists up to the first. If they find Suds in here, it's a big problem. We'll take some presence. We'll take some pressure. Trying to come through the camera, but he's losing his A main player in the process. Barton staying alive. Winning out that duel, but now Barton all alone cannot handle Twists, who turns about and finds himself a third.
Oh, wow. What a play from Twist at the end to get the 2K and 3 on the round overall. Liquid absolutely needed that. Legacy had a great opportunity to strike there, but Twist didn't even give them another step further into the bomb site. No plant. Still enough money for Legacy to buy up here. No questions asked. Keys gets an AK drop for him on the ground, and then he'll buy up the util. So all good for Legacy in that camp, but Liquid to storm back into this map. And I mean, I'd say 5 rounds, very good on CT side. 4 is serviceable. They still have plenty of time to get to that point. But Legacy on their side, they want to pile up the rounds as much as possible and really put pressure on Liquid on their map pick. Well, that's a good start. Now, finding JKS, who is so formidable on Inferno, hasn't really been able to deliver much here on Anubis just yet. Twists. Knows there's a player around this corner. Keys gets the frag, though. Takes a lot of damage for it, but still, it's a 2-man edge for Legacy.
Now make that 3. Lotto melts away one more, and I mean, this should be a guaranteed bang on B plant, especially now that they have identified the op. It did cost them to Kiz, but it still shouldn't lead to any contest of this round. Ultimate wants to give it a look. His angle's smoked off. Ooh. Oh. A little lower. A little lower. I can confidently say he's not got walls. So, seems that Legacy are going to allow these guns to slip into the next round. Not sure there's going to be much to put around them. And Legacy building a very nice T side here.
Yeah, not too shabby at all. There have been some spurts from Liquid here and there, but Legacy, some pretty confident round victories under their belt. So they've now got that 5th. Ultimate enough with the saved guns. It's probably all that Liquid's going to run with, though. Again, you know, looking at their money, you have the minimum amount required of 2K for Twist and Yakindar, and JKS is $50 below that. So maybe Ultimate enough can drop some pistols for their teammates. Might not be a bad idea. Bolster the buy up a little bit. And actually, Twist just says, you know what? I'll take care of this myself. Gets a CZ. That's all Liquid are going to have into this one. I say all, but Ultimate with the AWP could be a difference maker.
Yeah, that's kind of the all. Big green in the A1S. They'll put both guns on the B site. And, well, with that initial kill, JKS actually getting something out of USP. This should be just about it. Identify the one rifle, trying to make a hero play here. It might be as much about saving the AWP. Ooh. Sudseen on the other side. Leg shot. Get out of there. Get out of there. Don't give him a gun.
That's Ultimate's.
He's quick. Hold on. Hold the phone. That's Sudseen who's tagged out. Naf goes forward into the A main fight. He's not got Dumal, but look at the damage. Look at the damage. The USP might be enough. And there's going to be plenty of guns to pick up en route. AK right there. Yeah, Kindar's got it. Oh, boy. This one's workable. Sudseen going out to the fountain. Op trained on heaven. Couple of HEs. If they attempt to stick. Well, that's the kit now down. That's Ultimate now down. Flashbang well deployed at this point. Oh, there's the punch. He's going to go for the stick. He's going to go for the stick and the prayer. No, just trying to keep Dumal here. Not risking it. Dumal actually didn't check. He could have got away with it.
That would have been the defusal, yeah.
I don't think he checked.
No, he didn't. As far as I could tell either, it didn't look like he checked. And that means that Yakindar not risking it might have actually cost Liquid a round. A little bit tough. 1v1. But he has to bail on it. Just doesn't feel like he had the ability to get that defusal in without being peaked. And a timeout going to be called by Liquid, maybe to talk over what just went down there. Legacy on to 6, though, on their T side. Really starting to put a ton of pressure on Liquid. You really do need those rounds, I would say, early on CT side, because once the T's get their economy in place, which is what Legacy have, it is very difficult to unseat them.
The click of the butterfly knives in our ears. It's the end of summer, you know. The insect noises are quieting down. Temperature's getting colder. It's time for fall.
Too soon.
But these butterflies will fly once more. Turn around number 9. Naf and Yekindar find all the damage. Chew up this faster play. They want to accelerate, but oh my goodness, they've hit a brick wall.
Ultimate.
Cuts in low. Ultimate here in the cave. Molotov nearly burning him to a crisp. Players coming from this direction. Spam not. Oh, there it is. But the bomb, they can't deny. It all falls to Dumal now. At least he has the clock on his side, but he needs a damage, and they line up. Transfer is perfect, but the final kill, no. Caught in mid-air. Twists will be able to lock this round through.
Wow, that got so close though as JKS lining up with his teammate. Unfortunate circumstances for them, but fortunately Twist was in a great position to pounce on the last player and get that round under their belt. So a third secured. And looking at the money, it's still good for Legacy, so they'll be able to fight forward into this one, but at least Liquid are able to stabilize. And you see JKS immediately going to that MP9 and NAF as well, because they want to get that util up around the rifles and, of course, ultimates AWP. But yeah, Kindar has been the one to really do well for his squad here throughout the majority of this first half. We'll see if he decides to go a little bit crazy once more and get aggressive. Fourth would certainly be nice for Liquid. Ultimate. Moves away from that flash. Oh, can't dodge the second one. He's probably dead now. Yeah, there you go. Neckies runs him down with the MAC-10. 5v4 just like that. Twist hoping for a trade. Nade connects for damage, and so does the M4, but it's not nearly enough, and he's dead. Down to dirt. JKS will get one. Almost a second. Naf helps up for that second, but now it's all up to Yukindar, and actually very winnable. The bomb is at his feet, but now he doesn't realize there's a player behind him, and that'll do it.
That was a tough one to read for Liquid. I can understand, but they kind of one by one were flying back into the angle to try and figure out what was happening. Legacy, unusual timing and spacing in towards mid really catches Liquid off guard. So it's a great adjustment. It's a great change-up. Pressuring the AWP right off rip. Being prepared for the rotator in. They were further along than Twists expected. And then obviously that last lurker. Just catching Yukindar in the back. Nicely done. Hold on. Hold the phone. USP's found a kill. These rounds are getting very messy indeed. Who's back behind the cake? It's JKS. He just has a USP. Twist, though, with the armor and the MP9. Oh, Twist has found a kill.
I think Twist, yeah, he spotted Sadzine around the pillar. And Barton, okay, that pistol almost finishes off Sadzine. This is getting really risky for Legacy, and they can't move forward, at least not comfortably. Twist is ensuring that as he continues peeking around this corner. Now they got all three bodies up here. Twist.
Ultimate's got a gun.
Yeah.
He's a long ways off still, but he's got an AK. Oh, sustained engagement, not what you want for that MP9. Now just a USP trying to hold him at bay, trying to stall them out for Ultimate to get into the angle. And you can tell he's desperately trying to keep their focus, but the longer this goes, the more Legacy are going to wonder. And at this point, Ultimate might want to just keep this AK up.
No kid either.
It's not going to happen. Sadzine, nice bit of play with the Krieg. We'll go into the final round of the half with nothing saved through from Liquid.
Terrorists win.
Alrighty. 8-3 for Legacy, round number 12 here. This is quite the dominant performance for Legacy on their T side. But, I mean, there is some light at the end of the tunnel for Liquid, because if you look at the distribution of won rounds for Legacy, they get 71.8% of their rounds on T side and only 28.1% on CT side. So there's still a possibility of Liquid. I would say more than just a possibility of Liquid coming back and making a fight for this map on their T side once they switch over. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer for the final round of this first half, though, as a timeout's been called by Legacy to talk things over.
See, it was an interesting time for it. Just trying to scrape out this 1/9 round. Keep that pressure high. What's the adjustment? What are they seeing from Chucky? What does he want to let them know? You know, we were talking yesterday about the connective tissue from this Legacy roster going all the way back to that Godsent group. And Chucky is the other piece. Chucky has consistently been the coach of this team, been alongside Dumao and Lato every step of that journey through multiple different orgs and iterations. So he's said his piece. Seems like a focus early on towards B. Out they go. Walking the smoke. It works out. How on earth has Lotto gotten away with that? Dumao, though, out by jail. May not be known. He is indeed. They figured it out. They sussed it out.
I got bomb.
Cave player, the last danger, and that is the bomb dropped. Big problem on. They have to contend with mid. Nekis opens up the possibility. That's going to pull NAF away. But the bomb still down means that this does have to finish on B one way or another. Interesting to me that they totally give up that mid presence. Liquid are expecting them to have given it up. Now the Cave player gone. Spam coming through the B main smoke. There's still plenty of time, but a re-smoke up means there's nothing's going to be easy for Legacy. Through they go on a flashbang. Hughes finds one, but around the pillar is ultimate. And into the void. And into the trade. 4 on for Liquid. We'll be back. Back in. One final round on the end there for Liquid. Get them 4. It's a bastion to fight from here in the second half, but Legacy looking like they're not ready to give up on the dream of a return to Brazil.
Well, again, they're going to need a better performance on their CT side than they've had perhaps in the past in order to close this one out. I know you say that you're looking at score. It's 8-4. John, what are you talking about? Well, still, it's a T-sided map, as you're going to see, guys. Twist is going to get that headshot and then finds the follow-up onto Nikis. Here we go. 4v3 in favor of Liquid. They got control of this A site. Will be a bomb plant coming through.
There's a smoke. Keep an eye on that. That's in. Needs to clear out A main. Gets dinked. A blinder of a shot right off the rip. All three are coming from this direction, and Naf manages to evade. They're not checking for Twist. They're not checking for Twist. And he is going to capitalize.
Wow.
Nicely baited in by his teammates. And it is all Liquid all the way in that pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, just taking mid with authority there are Liquid. I mean, they win the opening fight, and they just funnel themselves into the A site immediately. Legacy try to get back in, but they overlook Twist. I mean, there's just too many angles to check on that A site when you're trying to come back into it, and Twist over at Pillar hides long enough and times it perfectly to pop around that corner and use the picked up P2K to deal the last two blows. Liquid, now only 3 rounds back from Legacy. A site stack coming through for Legacy. Unfortunately for them, it's the wrong one. It's going to get planted at B, and it looks like a 6th on for Liquid.
I do like them trying to figure out the altitude on this. Trying to assemble Voltron. I think we should start calling those Voltron stacks. All 5 players join together.
Good.
Were you, was Voltron post your time?
Maybe. I mean,
With the lion robots in space that then formed into one giant robot?
might have been post my time. I mean, there's Megatron.
No, Megatron's a Transformer.
Yeah.
Voltron was
Wait,
its
not
own
Megatron.
thing.
Wow, what am I thinking of? The Power Rangers one. Which one was that?
Yeah, Megazord.
Megazord. There we
Time
go.
to form Megazord. Yeah, Voltron was basically Megazord, but it's in space, and they were lions. It was sick.
Okay.
Nice shot from Dumao. Means that there's at least something to show for Legacy in this round.
Not much, though. Just that lone
Okay, the
frag.
first Voltron, I'm trying to remember which version I watched. The first Voltron apparently came out in 1984.
Okay. Wow, that's...
I'm going to guess
crazy.
I watched the version that aired in 98.
I'm going to guess that as well, Mike.
Yeah, 98, 99, and then 99 to 2000. I'm going to guess I watched that one, which was Voltron the Third Dimension. And apparently there's a modern version. Oh, apparently there's a lot of modern versions. All right,
like
so
the Power
kids are still
Rangers.
enjoying Voltron these days.
Lotto waiting on the receiving end for Legacy. They got the rifles up this time. Liquid, 5 players up. Good flashbang from Lato. Plays anti-flash. Gets traded out immediately, but Sadstein is right there to give his team that mad edge. Liquid might want to fall off this one, but they don't feel like it. They're going to continue forcing up forward, throwing the utility on, and ultimate. Oh my goodness, he's going to have to guard his bomb planter if Twist decides to put that down to dirt. Yeah, he does,
knows.
and he gets it.
Cost him a lot of health, but he knew. He's looking at that smoke and going, there's somebody in it. I'd be in it. Were I in this position? Nice kills coming through, and suddenly it's just Barton. An even situation from a man advantage. It's just all gone by the wayside. And where the last player is, and on the edge of the smoke, well, it won't even be required. Nice shots from Twists. And we are so close to a tied scoreline.
I love that decision making from Liquid, right? I mean, a lot of teams might have said, okay, let's pull the plug, let's back off. We're not necessarily getting the frags we want. They're at a man disadvantage. No, they just send it forward with confidence. The smokes are up to kind of try and guise their advance. And then Yakindar heads up play, realize that smoke's a little bit weird. I think I should keep an eye on it, and absolutely right to do so. Evens out the numbers with that frag, and they all start piling. Legacy are on a pistol round here, trying to get aggressive, and well, it's not working out so far. JKS finds one. Dumao does find the frag onto Twist, and hold on a second, it is even numbers 3v3. Ultimate important here, and he gets 2 critical ones to settle things down completely. Niki's last one standing, but the B site is already taken.
Would need some very fortunate quirks of timing to actually do anything about this. Might be able to get his hands on a gun. See what he can do here. How diligent are they being? Bomb is going to be planted. There's that AK. It's probably well worth saving through. Now it's actually come hunting. Now it's actually come hunting.
Oh, that damage.
Yeah, puts him on 7. He's definitely going to save now. But it's been an expensive round for Liquid. Considering what was brought into it, it's not the worst result.
They still have money, and I think they should still probably hunt a little bit. That's confirmed damage, right, by NAF. He knows approximately where Nikis is at, so he's probably going to relay that information to his teammates as you do see Yakindar getting closer and closer. Does he clear this angle, though? It's not the most common spot to save in.
No.
Maybe Ultimate will spot it out. Oh, nope. They don't see it. They don't see it. Nikis gets both, and the AK is saved.
What a flick around.
Ay, ay, ay.
Heard the footsteps. That's such a cheeky spot for that hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, he's a wily coyote out here. Scoreline tied. Not a lot of money to spare. 2 Mac 10s. They had more money than this. 2 Mac 10s. This isn't a mystery, is it? I don't think it's Nico again. I wonder if this is an economic mystery. This feels unusual.
Kinda is. Or maybe they're just trying to manage their economy well, so if things go awry here, then they don't have to worry about buying in the following round. But you could be right.
A stretch. Twists and Yakindar both have over 4K at this point. There's really no reason for this. This is not a necessity. This is a choice. And here comes the utility out. Oh, there's the tag out from JKS. Mac 10 might as well be a rifle in his hands. Gets the second follow-up from Twist.
I think it's safe.
That's a heck of a way to maximize the SMG. And yeah, I think you're right, John. I think this is a save from Legacy. Smokes in the choke points. Do they really want to risk this?
Nope. Not going to risk it all. Who needs the AK, Mike, when you got the Mac 10? You can jump around and get headshots and find frags, running full tilt all the while. Lato could get one here, and yeah, there's Ultimate gone. Again, these frags don't mean much at all because the money is built up so well for Liquid. Flawless so far here on this T side. Will be their 9th, and they have got the lead. Oh, Nav, that's your teammate.
But he's going to let him know, okay? Let him know. Just a little knee tickle there. A little knee slapper.
A little too on edge there, I would say.
Oh, he's good, you know. Naf's got to assert dominance. He's the franchise player at this point. Just got to let him know if he wanted to. He could.
Well, Liquid looking to make it 10 here. So far, they've stymied Legacy at every single turn. Barton, util in his hands. Throws it out, comes around. Ultimate too quick on the trigger. Dumont does get the trade on the back lines and actually gets a second for himself. Yakindar not watching what would happen on that flank, so it is a man advantage as a result for Legacy. Uh-oh, that's not great. Information gain at the very least.
They can try and take the space in towards middle, but Sud's in on the line with that AWP. If he can find one, it's really all that's going to be required of him. Better if he finds one and stays alive, of course. Split into the 2-2. There's the one. Certainly staying alive. Smoke goes down. And that should be locking Liquid out of A. Space into spawn. 40 seconds still here. Okay, Nicky's just going looking for it and is going to find the kill. Nicely done. Looking for more. JKS might just be focused on damage at this point. 30 seconds, not a lot of time to cook. But if you can find some headshots, that'll make the follow-up a lot easier. Just one player on site. It's tight clear.
That's tough now. Yeah,
Not
once
quite
he throws
deep enough there, John.
Yeah, once he throws that util, Lato knows exactly where he's going to be coming from, so absolutely no chance for JKS. And Legacy finally get around on the board here in this second half. And they do it relatively cleanly. 3 players left standing, so that boosts their economy a little bit. On the other side, though, Liquid, because they went for that lighter buy a couple of rounds ago, they still have a good chunk of change to work with. Util, perhaps a little bit lighter than they'd like, but you got 3 8Ks and op and a Mac 10 that's already proven to be quite effective, especially in Yakindar's hands. Smoke's going to get tossed by Lato to try and fend off Liquid, but Liquid just volleying a lot of Util towards that B site. Now will fall back a little bit, but they wanted to put pressure there and keep some focus on that position. And look where I think it's Yakindar already into E-Box. Yeah, as we're watching him, why am I saying I think? We can see him right on our screens. Yakindar could get one. There it is. Not the follow-up, but he's done the damage to let his team maybe slip through. No, Nikiz is so heads up. Flicks around, manages to get a second, but JKS a little bit better. 2 more for him. 3v2 and the B site is gone.
Numbers punched in, bomb ticking away. And Legacy are very far out of position. Dumao has a lot of ground to cover if he wants to go for this. Sadzin's backing away. Seems like they've made their decision. Or are they just wary of a lurk? No, they will concede. Double digits onto Liquid. Legacy trying to string this along so they can keep fighting. It's just so hard to get momentum going here. So boom goes the dynamite. And now just 3 rounds away from a spot at IEM Rio. Our Team Liquid.
Oh boy. Legacy have 5 players buying down quite significantly. Sadzine still somehow has 5.7k, so that's good news for them as they fight forward here down to the very last rounds of Anubis. But again, that stat that I mentioned earlier might be rearing into their heads. Only 28% of their rounds won on CT side. And they only got, I say only because it's not the required amount to make the math work, 8 rounds in that first half. Liquid. An 11th here would be very juicy indeed. Flashbang thrown. Dumao have another plans, trying to deny the space. Throws the incendiary forward. Twist and JKS have to wait a little bit longer, and Twist a little bit too close to that. Now goes down to 56 HP.
The bomb's right here by Cave.
Yeah, good nade.
This is the adjust. It's in the hands of Yakindar. He's going to go forward. Very fortunate that that was a leg shot, not a kill. Barton traded out, and they know there's still this player on the pillar, but do they want to try and test it? They've drawn so much focus, and now if the bomb shifts back the other way, it's an opportunity. Still choke point smoke here outside of A main. But as that fades, it seems like Liquid are going to be right on the other side. Dumao coming into it on the face. Ooh, hold on. Dumao and Nikki's betting it all, getting aggressive. They need these kills. They've got 1, 2. Even trades might not be enough. The bomb's going to be planted. And now a retake is required. Lato and Sadzin both coming the long way around through A main.
Might have been better to have Dumao at pillar in that situation, because when he comes up that close, that means you're probably looking at even trades, which, as you saw, was not the best of circumstances for Legacy. It's still not over yet. The nade comes through, but Ultimate's not in the vicinity of it. A good shot here would help, and it absolutely is perfect from him. He goes back into cover, not traded out. Lato's kind of stuck in no man's land, goes towards pillar, tapping away with the bullets, but it's Yakindar to get the last. Liquid onto 11.
Inching their way closer. Inching their way to this dub. There's still money for Sadzin to actually get an op out. There will be another buy here. Potential limitations coming through, but at least if you're Legacy, you're getting a proper chance to go down swinging in these last few rounds. You've done that for yourself. You've managed the economy well. Problem is, it's all for naught. If you can't close out these advantage situations, if you can't make it work. So now they've smashed that piggy bank. They found all of the change in the couch cushions. putting it all in.
Go into it, round number 21. Liquid have ultimate. Looking around with Yakindar and Water. Twist guarding for any pushes that might come through on the other side. The Legacy, they are not moving a muscle. They are playing passively here. They want Liquid to come to them. Only one player, that's the anchor, on the A side of Sadzine with the AWP. So the plan there would be to get one, fall back, and wait for reinforcements to arrive. But if that doesn't happen, and the hits towards A, Legacy are in a lot of trouble. As it stands, both teams playing the waiting game, Mike. What?
Okay.
Nap just strafing across, gets the headshot on Barton.
That's unreasonable. That's not how you want to get things started. And that could spell doom. This round could be over before it even begins. Liquid with that early 5v4 are just going to be patient. Wait, see if a response comes in. Feels like we've had surprisingly few engagements up mid this half.
I think we had the pistol round, and that's pretty much been it.
Well, doesn't look like it's going to change here and now. They're setting their sights on the B site. That is the reinforced stack. Legacy of the numbers here. There's only 10 seconds to spare. There's no time. There's no time for this, but Nap is not wasting any. And the bomb now planted. Dumau, even with a kill elsewhere. Right in the thick of things. Gonna go for a smoke pop. That's very fortunate for Ultimate. He didn't get caught. Now we can withdraw into the cave. They're both stuck, but there's no smoke to cover this off. So it's just gonna have to be a stick. It's gonna have to be a defuse. They're gonna have to try and win these engagements.
Wow.
Ultimate will deny that. Dumau looking to find that bomb, looking to find something, and Ultimate will give him nada.
Wow. Ultimate never shying away from a risky play or a nice little peek that could be a highlight. And wow, that's crazy. Just through the wall with the AWP up close and personal. Doesn't even want to leave it to his riflers. 12-9 in favor of Liquid. They've got 3 map and series points available to them to close this one out and send them on a plane to IEM Rio 2024. Well, not yet, but eventually that will happen. Nade's going to sail through. Lato down to 70 HP. Smoke gets tossed. And I mean, at this stage, Liquid also have the firepower advantage with 3 MP9s on Legacy side. Only 2 rifles available to them, and one of them could be gone if Nikis peeks around this corner. Ultimate is locked in here. And Nikis seems to be holding his nerve. That nade could force him out of position. Oh, no, he still doesn't move a muscle. Wants to see if Liquid are going to push into him here. I don't know if he even has any plans to peek, but eventually that itch might need to be scratched.
I'm feeling itchy just watching this. 55 seconds pass. We haven't get a kill just yet. 45 seconds. That last one came right down to the wire, reminder. Now Liquid are throwing a little bit of a feint in towards A, but the bomb is nowhere nearby. And this time Legacy are not biting. Not at all. They're not reacting. They haven't seen enough presence here on towards A. Twists has not quite sold this with JKS. They're bailing out. 25 seconds. Is there even time? They gained the ground. The bomb's going to make the transition. They'll hear them rotating off, but they need these kills, and they've got them. Oh my goodness. Nikis could shut this all down. 15 seconds. Where's the bomb? Where are they going? They're doubling back. They're going to be 10 seconds. There's no time to spare. This is ridiculous. Even with those kills, they can't get it planted. Nikis just has to survive.
Oh my God, Liquid outplaying themselves in that round. That's just.
It was 3 changes of direction in sub 25 seconds.
I think they didn't realize how much time was left on the clock, right? When they started to fall off that site and try to rotate off to A, because they're like, oh, A's clear, let's go. But then, oh, hold on a second, we don't have time. We can't get to that bomb site in time and plant the bomb. So they try to go back into B. But by that point, even though the frags come through, the bomb was dropped and the round was over. That's the type of missteps we were seeing yesterday for Liquid. Didn't get much of that so far in both this series and the Fluffy Aimers one. They're going to have to recover quickly from that. And I mean, the good news is at least they do the damage, so they keep the economy on a bit of a tough terms for Legacy. So 2 MP9s and 2 A1Ss along with the AK, but it's still one rifle better than Legacy had in the previous round. That's a tough one for Liquid.
Yeah, to say the least. Bouncing back and forth between the sites, ping-ponging.
Man.
But the timeout, the last timeout for Legacy will be used to figure out the finances. Liquid know they were so very close to the end there. Looking to find it this time around. Lato takes the molly. But it's light presence on B for once. Third player's rotating in. Neki is trying to come through. It's just the two. By the standards of what Legacy have shown us, that is a much lighter guard patrol. Tons of utilities been baited out here. They haven't really committed in, and Legacy are dumping everything that they've got. But now the strike comes in. JKS 1 for 1. A smoke went down before that. Lato, though, knows he's in a bit of a pinch.
They
In a
overlooked
bit of a
Yakindar.
pickle, and Yakindar will provide the vinegar. Bomb's getting planted. Now ticking away. A man disadvantage and the game on the line. A chance at Brazil on the line. And they could be watching IEM Rio slip through their fingers. But Dumao's trying to cling on. He's gone. Sadzin to follow. Team Liquid are through. They will be making it to another Intel Extreme Masters. They will be getting a chance to dance on the world stage once more.
That's the Liquid we expected to see from the beginning of this qualifier. It took them a little while to get the gears turning, to get the wheels spinning forward.